I don't know. No, there's lots of people on there. Yeah, lots of like vegan meat stuff. Any questions? Any questions?
So it can be anything, like it doesn't have to be like a certain dish, like a certain type of dish, like not like dinner or...
It can be anything that we have.
Okay.
Any ingredients that we have.
And you have to split up into 2 groups.
Yeah.
I think Flan's already got that. She should be on 5 minutes ago.
7 minutes.
There's Peyton shoots.
There's 2 Peytons. Kind of sus.
While we wait, here's a little dance.
I can break people into breakout rooms, I think. And then we can decide what you cook.
Does someone have a list of what was all... What are they doing?
Oh, they're dancing.
No, but why would you see their feet?
Come on.
Full body.
There you go.
How do I later?
Wait, watch this.
Go downstairs.
Oh, breakout room.
I can type the ingredients in the chat if you want me to give you a list.
Sure, because then we can...
Ooh, how about you make a Google Doc and start typing the ingredients and paste the link in the chat, and then we can all look at it. Because I'm gonna break everyone to breakout rooms.
Okay.
And I don't know.
We'll do like grain, vegetables, fruits, grains.
You want chocolate milk?
Sure.
Yeah, come here.
There's Nancy Flanagan.
Nancy Flanagan.
Nancy Flanagan.
Corn tortilla, flour, potato, hot dog buns.
Oh, Nancy Flanagan. My screen's all wet. I'm in the recording. Okay, we're good? Yeah. Yep. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna play a little bit of the video and we'll talk about it. But this week's coaching task is about exit strategies from within your own 22. New girls, this might not make full sense to you yet, but it will eventually. Returning girls, feel free to pipe in and ask questions and help the new girls. But since I didn't do like a demonstration video and I just talked a talk video, we'll just see how this goes. Can you hear it? Oh, wait.
Hey everyone, Coach Flan here with the University of Northern Iowa. This week's coaching topic is exit strategies.
Before I keep going, does anyone know like what exit strategies are or why you use them? Like a generic reasons why?
To gain ground on the field or like territory.
Cool. When do you usually use exit strategies?
Like when you're pinned deep in your own side of the field.
Yes. Do you guys understand that? Like if you have like 80 meters to go or whatever, and you're not getting anywhere, then you need to pull out some exit strategies. So I talk a little bit about exit strategies.
There's a lot of different exit strategies that you can do once you're within your 22. Depends on the team, depends on your strengths, your weaknesses, depends on your opposition, what the defense has set up, and what you see when you read the field. One option that you can do is what we talked about last week. That's a box kick.
Box kicks. Who can tell me what a box kick is? Beeler. Anyone besides Lynn know what a box kick is?
Box kick is when you create like the forwards kind of pack around who's ever kicking it, and then they kick it out.
Where do they kick it from? Do they pass it out and then kick it?
So they kick it right from when they pick up the ball behind the ruck.
Yes. So it can be behind a ruck or a scrum. A good example, I actually got all my examples from this New Zealand USA game from a couple years ago. So New Zealand, they're right on the line of the 22 and back. So they're pretty much pinned. This is just off a line out, and their scrum half is going to attempt a box kick. And this is what a box kick typically looks like. Boom. So you guys see that? She just takes the ball
A loss against England.
from the breakdown. Notice her movement now, her legs. She's going to take a step with this back leg, and then she's going to come through with the other leg, plant, and then kick. So it's a pretty quick kick off of the breakdown. As you can see, she wouldn't have much time to take it out and run and kick. So step, kick through, weaves it, and that allows them to continue and try and get the ball back and just have more time.
Again, that's when the scrum half takes the ball from directly behind a breakdown or scrum, kicks a nice little box kick over top, the opposition into a clear space, and the wings chase and try and get the ball back. You can have time to reset. Another option, depending where you are and how the defense is set, is you can throw the ball out to the 10, and the 10 can kick and clear.
Okay. Just bear with me through this because A, I don't like watching myself talk, and B, it's hard to like fully explain exit strategies with this video that I made. So another way for an exit strategy is to just toss it to your 10 and boot it down the field. How does the 10 or the person kicking know where they should kick to? Like, what are some things that they're looking for?
Gaps. In the
Gaps? Is that what you said? Gaps. Cool.
where their fast runners are. So like say your wing on the one side is fast and they have a big gap, you kick it there and tell them to go get it.
Okay. Anything else?
Maybe also being mindful of the offense or the defense, like where the defense is set up to. Because you don't
Yep.
really want to kick it right to like their fullback either.
Correct. Yes. So it's very, very important for our back three girls, the wings, and our fullback, and really anyone else on the team. That's why I always tell you guys to look straight ahead and look at the field in front of you. So then you can see what the defense is doing and you can see what options that you do have. Anytime the opposition fullback joins the defensive line, that's when you know you can kick and chase pretty much down the middle of the field. Your wings are very, very important when it comes to kicking and clearing, especially with box kicks too, because like Lila said, the wings will chase and they can get around on the outside pretty quick. And depending if you kick it to one of the sides, you have a better chance of getting the ball back as well. I don't remember if I just said it in this video, but there's a couple different ways in which you can line up your 10 to kick. What are they?
You could line up like directly behind the breakdown
Which allows for what?
space. I don't know, gives them time to get the kick off.
Yeah, yep. Yep, it gives them space, it gives them time. The 10 can be like in a normal formation where it's out diagonally a little bit wider from the breakdown. But again, it's looking at the opposition. If they're perfectly set their defensive line, then odds are if you throw that ball out to the 10, by the time that 10 catches it, that defensive line is going to be up on them right away, and they don't have much time to kick. So if that's the case, then the 10 usually comes straight behind the breakdown or the scrum, and then it's a pass straight back, which gives them more time to get the kick off. And here is an example. Let me make sure I get the right one. Okay. Notice the offense and what's happening in the ruck right now. Do you see this? How they're adding to the ruck behind? Why do you think they're doing that? Anyone?
It gives them more space and the defense has to run up farther.
Right, because the ball has to come out behind last foot or whatever, right? So they're setting up, and it's actually Kate Zachary who's going to pass out the ball, normally scrum half. But you don't have to rush it. This is one of those times where you don't have to rush it from the breakdown. So they set up, they pass it straight back. And in this case, it's not our 10 taking it. I think she's playing full back, I want to say, during this game. And she's a good kicker, so she usually takes the kicks for USA. But she lined up straight behind the breakdown, which allowed for all that space instead of being maybe like right here or right here. And then she's able to clear it. And it's just a chase. Okay. Boom. Okay, good.
Again, reading the defense, you can kick in certain parts of the field. Your 10 can be lined up either diagonally from the breakdown or directly behind the breakdown or scrum half, and that allows them for some extra time and space to be able to get that ball and clear it as well as they can.
Cool. Okay. So we talked about kicks. What are some other ways that you guys can think of for exit strategies? Like, say kicks aren't an option.
Give it to the backs and let them run.
That's one way. Anything else?
Yeah.
What if you're receiving a kick? Like, what if you're pinned within your 22 and the opposition kicks it, like just how this on that video just happened where USA kicked it downfield to New Zealand, and there's no support back there. It's just these three ladies. What's their option? Like, what do you guys see right now on this field? Their options.
Can they call Mark in this area, or what area does that have to happen for that to be like an option?
That would be within your 22. So this example that I'm showing now, they're not within their 22. They're right. They're on their 40 or whatever. So if they were back here, and the kick came was kicked from the 20 beyond the 22 into the 22, that's when you can call Mark.
Okay.
I know they're like changing it. I gotta look at it again because they had like wanted to revise it. But in this, I shared a video on this, if you guys remember, during the regular season of what Mark was and explained it a little bit, because for me that was always the most confusing call that I never understood for the longest time. Never understood in college ever. Steve always talked about it, but I never got it. But can anyone take a gander on what calling mark does as you catch a ball within the 22. There's no right or wrong answers, guys. It's where we learn.
What did
Carol?
you ask the question again?
So pretend this line right here that New Zealand is on or behind, pretend they're within their 22. So like this would be like the goal line. This is the 22 mark. Does that make sense? And they just received a kick and caught it within this 22 area, 22 meters area. If she catches it and yells mark as she catches it, what does that allow? Like, what does that create?
Isn't it kind of like calling of a free catch in football? Like you stop the play and you don't get tackled?
Who just said that? I can't see everyone. So who just said that?
This is Ellie.
Oh my God. Gosh, yes. That's kind of what it is. That is kind of what it is. So you're kind of like calling a free catch or a free thing, and it does stop. Like play does technically stop for a second. You cannot get tackled, or you shouldn't get tackled. But then, you know, like we always say, the difference of football and rugby is that football constantly stops and rugby is continuous. So after you'd call mark in the air as you're catching it, you call mark, you're basically given a free kick, right? And we all know that this signal means what versus this?
Elbow kick, keep it in, arm straight, kick it out.
Yeah. So free kick, like off penalties and stuff, you have to keep it in. You can't kick for touch. It won't be your line out. But if you're pinned back in the 22 and you call a free kick or call mark and get the free kick, it allows you, normally you'll see teams boot it and kick for touch because then they don't get the line out. The other team gets the line out because it's a free kick, but it just allows for more like time to regroup and regain composure and that stuff. So that is kind of the 22, the mark, calling mark within the 22. You just get a little free like breather to kick with not having to worry about anyone tackling you in a way like you're calling for a catch. Good little analogy. Okay, what else for exit strategies? What do you think this nice little, can you guys see the screen? New Zealand team has set up and is about to do? My backs should know
Out
that.
wide.
What did you say?
I said swing it out wide.
Yes. Countering, also known as countering, right? So you can see here, everyone is right here, right? All the breakdown just happened in this area of the field. So everyone is clumped in this area. The ball got kicked pretty much right behind the breakdown where everyone is. So in this case, they're countering it wide to try and get around the opposition here. New Zealand is pretty fast. So usually works, but we do go over this in practice, back three and all that. You catch and you just try and swing it out wide as fast as you can to see if you can run around. So catch, pass, commit defense, pass, and then try and get out wide to, there's Portia. So that is another option. Oh no, where'd the other video? Okay, let me just play the rest of this video. Get over with.
Another option is if you receive a kick, you receive that kick behind the whole pile of breakdown, you can counter that and get it wide and try and run around the opposition. Again, depending who your players are, who the opposition is and how they're set up. And otherwise,
Sorry, before I say that, what's another way you can, as an exit strategy? Wait, we might have already said it. If you're not countering, if you're not catching a kick, if you're not kicking, what are you doing? Don't think too much on it.
Running?
Defense.
Yes. Just run it up, straight up to your support. Try and gain as much ground as you can. So that's finished of this
Just take the
video.
ball and go straight up the field, straight up to your support, and try and do a few phases and gain some yards that way. So again, lots of different variations, lots of different ways, lots of different variations within kicks too. So totally depends on your team, your players, and what you're seeing in front of you as far as the defense goes. So thanks for listening.
Cool. There's my coaching video. So this game did have a lot of kicks in it that you guys can watch. I said it in the video. I probably said variation like 10 million times, but it does all depend. How do I stop sharing? Oh, it does all depend on who you have on the field. If your kicker has a good boot on her, if you have a fast back three, if you have solid forwards, if your players have the knowledge of the 22 call mark. But it's all reading the field in front of you, and that's why it's so important to constantly be looking upfield and checking traffic and looking upfield and checking traffic next to you. Because when you guys can really focus on what's in front of you instead of having that tunnel vision, like staring at where the ball's at the entire time, it's going to make a world of difference. You're always going to be able to be one step ahead of your opposition, always, by just looking what's in front of you. So fly halves is very important. Scrum half, very important too. And then your back three, your wings and fullback, especially the fullback, because fullback, you see everything in front of you. It's constant yelling and talking and telling your teammates what's happening, what you see, where's the space, where's the weakness, where to attack. So it's all that communication, listening, playing telephone, and going through options. And we'll go through, we'll work on countering and kicking and chase and all that good stuff. And hopefully have a season in the spring to really grind it out. Guys have any questions or comments on exit strategies? Where are we at, Kayla, on time?
1 hour and 8 minutes.
That whole thing just now, or is that total?
That's total. We got on like half hour early because Izzy wanted help on the rugby law quiz.
Oh, we can go over that. Do you guys want to go over that?
Pause your gamer sesh.
Me?
Izzy.
Oh.
She's doing her league.
Oh, you guys want to go over the questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I could do a split screen on it, huh? So you guys can see it. Hold on, let me get to it.
You want me to record this?
Well, did we get a half an hour just now? Or no?
I don't know. I can't tell.
You can just keep recording this. This is fine. This is fine. And I can always cut it down. Classroom. Okay. Classwork. Oh. For fun. Oh, shoot. It won't let me look at the things. All right. For fun, Zeus and Kelsey and I looked over these. We do every week just to test our knowledge too, but it won't let me open the thing. So the first question is, and these are confusing questions. From a line out, A9, so the scrum half from the A team, kicks the ball 30 meters where it rolls and comes to a stop inside the end goal and near the touch goal. But do you guys know what the end goal is? The end goal area? No one. It's within the what?
Behind the try line?
No, in goal is the
22.
5 meters, within 5 meters of the goal of touch or the try, whatever. So the ball goes within in the end goal, so within that little 5 meter area before the try line. And A9's teammate A2 chases that kick onside and runs the entire 30 meters, touches or dives and touches the ball in the end goal area. Is it a try? No try, a 22 drop, a scrum to be, or a penalty to be? Penalty kick. This question was stupid, just saying. Not stupid, but
Try.
can you guys like read this if I do that? No. Is Izzy on? Can she share her thing?
I mean, she's there, but she's in her esports practice. So she's just listening.
That's fine. I'm just trying to figure out how to share. Oh wait, I know.
Because we have screenshots of it on the messages.
Yeah, I have it on. Boom. Okay. Oops, I have to share screen. Where's that go? Okay. Okay, do you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys can read it again. So from a line out, A9 kicks the ball 30 meters where it rolls and comes to a stop inside the end goal and near the touch end goal. A2 standing in touch and onside chases the kick. A2 having run the entire 30 meters in touch dives from touch end goal and grounds the ball. Is it a try, 22 drop, scrum to be, or penalty kick to be?
The try.
I'm guessing a try.
I also say try.
Yeah, my guess was going to be try too.
Okay. So is that all your first instincts by not looking at the answers or the things? What was your first instinct? Knowing what the end goal area is. End goal area is within 5 meters, like that 5 meter.
Oh, that's no try, because that's gonna go behind, right? So they're touching it behind the try zone, whatever, I don't know the names.
Right. So that was what we all thought. Like we're like, this doesn't make sense.
Why is it worded like that? That's so dumb. Why do they
I know.
make it?
So I think they have to change it because they found out the correct answer was there's no correct answer. But then put it none of these, like none of the above, you know what I'm saying? So, but she put try and then so we got that one wrong. But that's okay. And hopefully they fix it. Next one. A11 ball carrier is attacking inside the 10 meters along the touch line. Does everyone know what the touch line is? Out of bounds. 2 meters from the goal line, A11 dives, and before grounding the ball, his legs make contact with the flag post at the goal line. Is it a try? Is it a no try and a 5 meter scrum to be? Or is it a no try and a 5 meter scrum? Or 5 meter line out to be?
Well, if it's before the ball is rounded, wouldn't it be
Line out?
no try? Izzy says try.
Izzy's correct. You want to know why? The flag post is not a part of touch. Is not touch. Like it's like nothing. So even if you hit that post like on the corners of it's just marking the corners of the try zone, the flag post. So even if you hit that, like you see a lot in the upper level where they dive and they hit that flag corner and then touch it down, it's fine. It's a try. Does that make sense? Yeah, cool. Okay. Is there a way to just like put next? Here we go. All right. Here's the tricky one. I think Izzy had gotten it after I talked to her a little bit. A15 ball carrier is being chased down by B14. 20 meters from B's goal line, A15 kicks a grubber that comes to rest in B's end goal. 10 meters from the goal line, A15 and B14 are shoulder to shoulder. As they approach the goal line, a dog breaks leash, runs into the end goal, and pushes the ball over the dead ball line. Does everyone visualize that? So the ball stopped within 5 meters. And then a dog came out and pushed the ball across.
Is it a
the try.
scrum to somebody?
So it can either be a 5-meter scrum to team A, who kicked it, a 5-meter scrum to team B, who was chasing our defense, a 22 drop, or is it a try to team A?
My guess is 5-meter scrum to team A, but who knows? Maybe the dog just helps them out and they get a try.
Go with your gut instinct.
I think it's a try. Or not a try, a scrum to somebody.
Yeah, so it's a scrum to team A. You're right, Lynn. Basically, if it's like a dead ball, so it's the same thing as if, you know, you're trying to throw a pass and the surrogate gets in the way and then like knocks the ball dead. So he or she blows the whistle, and you have to give the team that had the momentum or had possession or whatever the ball back. Does that make sense? Like moving forward. So in this case, team A had kicked the ball and they were chasing, and then it became a dead ball. So team A had the momentum going forward. So in that case, it's a 5-meter scrum to team A. Everyone understand that? Cool. Okay, at a penalty, A10 has indicated that she is kicking for touch. As she readies to kick, she takes a drop goal and scores a goal. Should they be awarded the 3 points, disallow the points and let the team retake the penalty kick, disallow the points and give a scrum to B at the mark, or disallow the points and it's a 22 drop? So team just got penalty called, and they're saying, yeah, we'll kick for touch, which means they'll kick out of bounds to get the line out. But instead, she takes the kick and does a drop kick and through the post, drop goal. Is that allowed?
No, would that be disallow the points and scrum to B at the mark?
I say 22 drop.
I think they allow the points because it's just a drop goal and it's not like a kick from a tee.
Damn,
Correct. Yeah, you're correct. Do you have to say that you're kicking for touch when you get the signal?
No, unless you're kicking from a tee, right? Like if you're gonna use, right?
Yep. So they are awarded the 3 points. Kelsey and I are like, oh god, we can just like scream we're going for touch.